So I didn't buy the Vision Pro. I know that I said I was going to, and I know that I was really excited about it, and I am still really excited about the Vision Pro, but I'm going to tell you why I didn't buy it. What excited me about the Vision Pro was the potential paradigm shift that the Vision Pro sort of signifies, that we go from looking at screens, and then to having something that is, on our body, interacting with us. It is a augmentation of who we are. And I think that one day Vision Pro is going to be that. But the more we came to know and understand about Vision Pro as it was going to exist in its initial stages, that's not what Vision Pro was going to be. Now, I'd love to be proved wrong. I'm sure there are plenty of people that spent the money to get it, and kudos to them. I will look forward to seeing their videos. But for me, what I wanted to see from Vision Pro was a new type of computing, a new type of interaction with all of my other Apple devices. I wanted it to be something that was transformative of the way that I interacted with my technology. But unfortunately, it isn't that. It isn't that right now. As I looked at Vision Pro, I sort of started to see that at this point, seems like it's just going to be a media device, and not a very good one. And not a very good one at that. Not to say that it won't be, the technology will be great. I mean, we got 4K OLED on your eyeballs. It's going to be very technologically advanced, and I think the best version of what this stuff has been up to this point. But the Vision Pro right now is kind of a hobbled media consumption device that is more a developer's kit than it is a consumer product. And for that, given the fact that I don't have all the money in the world, and it's January, and there are still things that I want to do on my channel that will also cost money, dropping $4,000 plus for prescription lenses and all those kinds of things just didn't seem to be prudent for what it looked like I was going to get. Now, what do I mean when I say what it looked like I was going to get? Now, my vision for Vision Pro was, again, you're connected to your computer, you're connected to your Apple TV, you're connected to your iPhone and your iPad and all of these other things, and you've got a computer on your face. And that computer then allows you to be untethered. But all of the stuff that we've seen from Vision Pro is people putting it on and sitting in their living room, and instead of looking at a TV, they've got the goggles on their face. And that's fine, I guess. And everybody has to start somewhere. But if I'm sitting in my living room, I've got a TV. Yes, it's cool that you can go ahead and be in some different environment and all those kinds of things, but this is not the future of computing that I was hoping for. Not to mention the fact that from what I've heard from other people and what my experience has been with AirPods Max, this looks like AirPods Max for your face. And AirPods Max, I really liked when they first came out. But then when I used them more, I found they were unbalanced on my head, so they'd always want to fall forward. And the ear cups were aluminum, and they sort of were, they conducted heat and made for sweat, which made for condensation. And the materials on the ear cups themselves was kind of uncomfortable. And it just generally wasn't a super enjoyable experience compared to other headphones that I have. And so looking at Vision Pro, it is beautiful. It is a beautiful thing, right? So I've got no problem with the beauty that the Vision Pro offers. But what I do have a problem with is that at some point, it's probably going to show its Gen 1 mistakes, let's say. This right here is what I wanted to see. This is how I wanted to use Vision Pro. I'm here, I'm in this virtual space. I've got these screens in front of me. I've covered other glasses that are like $300 that can do a similar thing. They don't do it nearly as well as I think the Vision Pro will, but I don't think the Vision Pro is going to do it all that well now. You see that this guy has a keyboard kind of hanging out in front of him. And that keyboard right now is like a single key hunt and peck thing. You can you can connect a Bluetooth keyboard, but then that kind of defeats the purpose. So as I understand it, what we're looking at here is not what we're going to get. Not all of the apps are going to be available. There's not going to be Photoshop. There's not going to be all, this different stuff. And so you'll have entertainment, but guess what? No Netflix, no YouTube. I've got a list here of stuff that from CNET that's going to be available. And some of these things are great. So you've got no Netflix. That's a native app. You've got no YouTube native app. I watch a lot of YouTube, so I'd really love to have a YouTube native app. No Spotify. I'm an Apple Music person. But here's the applications that will be there. So Prime Video, ESPN, Disney Plus, Discovery Plus, that's all great. But here's the problem. All of those things listed are entertainment apps. And again, to me, the promise of the Vision Pro is not like to be able to be entertained with a thing on your face, but to be able to be freed of the 20th century kind of technology that tethers us to our desks and everything else. I always talk about this, but I'm a huge fan of William Gibson, whose Mona Lisa Overdrive and Neuromancer, Count Zero, like that era of William Gibson. If you're not familiar with William Gibson, look up William Gibson and read some of his stuff. This augmented life is what I think is the next paradigm shift for humanity, and Vision Pro is probably the most bold step into that reality that we've seen to this point. And what we're getting with Vision Pro in V1 is not that. And so as much as I had the FOMO, as much as I really wanted to spend the money and have Christmas in February with that thing showing up, I decided to wait. And maybe it's later on in version 1, maybe it's version 2, maybe it's somewhere 3, 4, 5 years down the line where it starts to become the thing that it has the potential to be. A lot of people make the point that, well, we've had VR and AR for a long time and it hasn't really taken off. Well, we haven't really had a company like Apple make what is intended to be a widespread consumer product that bridges the gap between niche uses like gaming and takes it over into a more mainstream use. Now, like I see the potential for Vision Pro to close a lot of gaps in places like education, to close a lot of gaps in places that, in terms of distance, I see Vision Pro being a great emancipator of people from the physical world and giving people more and more opportunity to live in a virtual world that allows them to learn and experience in a way that is just not entirely possible now. We can be free of the bounds of politics and money and all kinds of things, and it will be the potential for more of a democratization of the virtual space. That sounds big, and if you want to see one person's vision of this, then read the book Ready Player One, where that's kind of goes from being a game to being something that is interwoven into the daily lives of everyone. And that had a lot to do with economic downturn and all kinds of different things that made that necessary. Vision Pro has the potential that the iPhone had before it to bring not just your phone calls, but every inch of the World Wide Web, as it were at the time, every inch of your productivity, everything that is you into one device, Vision Pro has a very similar opportunity. But right now, as I look at what's available with Vision Pro on launch, Vision Pro is an entertainment device. And while it looks cool, I have TVs. So I don't need Vision Pro. You tell me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. Tell me if I'm wrong. Probably I am. Who knows? But this is how I thought about it as I was looking at the web yesterday. I was looking at Apple's webpage and I was like, there it is. I can pre-order it right now. And then I said, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. Not yet. So I didn't do it. What do you think? We'll talk. Once again, Jason, painfully honest tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I am out.